gentlemen, and welcome to Bengal Stadium for CTN's live coverage of boys high school soccer. It's a Northwest Suburban Conference showdown as the Bengals host the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action and ready to have some fun, Howie.
Yeah, and this should be a pretty even contest. Blaine comes in at 4-4, 3-3 in the conference. Cardinals at 2-6, and 1-5 in the conference. Cardinals would like to, I think, start quickly, see if they can get on the board first, put a little pressure on Blaine here on their home field.
Well, on a pretty even contest, 4-4 Bengals against the 2-6 Cardinals. Yep. Cardinals coming off their worst loss of the season, 6-0 loss to Totino Grace on Saturday. And they would like to come back and redeem themselves a little bit by taking it to their rival Bengals. Girls' game finished handily in favor of the home team. And now the Cardinal boys hoping they can turn the tides here in the nightcap.
Cardinal throwing.
And that's what they're looking to. And we'll see as this action unfolds. And we talked about, it rained here quite a bit today, and hasn't for a little while, though. Looks like the skies are now overcast again.
Yeah, the sun came out for a good part of the second half of the girls' game. Troutman was chipped up near midfield, and a free kick for the Bengals taken by Tim Karen. Tegan Snyder, far side, plays it into the middle. That's broken up there by Jared Haida. Cardinals able to clear momentarily. Hanlon gets it back in. Ball still bouncing around deep in the Cardinal end.
Oh.
Skipped away from the keeper, and the Bengals make him pay.
Now we talk about rebounds all the time, and that certainly was one that the Cardinals couldn't afford to give up.
Katambe right there as it skipped away. It was just bouncing around in that dangerous area, and unable to handle it was Kai Tweedy. Took a funny hop off his knees, and he buried it immediately. And just like the girls started,
Number 16,
just over a minute in.
1 minute and 2 seconds.
Actually, the exact same time, I think. 1:02 into the contest. Just double check that. Yep, 38-58. Exactly a minute 2 into each of the games here tonight. The Blaine Bengals have scored to take the lead. Cardinals quickly push it to the other end, well wide.
Well, that's the last thing the Cardinals wanted to see is give up a quick early goals, especially like that just unfortunately Tweedy couldn't handle.
He would definitely like to have that one back.
Yeah, I would think so. But you're right, it did take kind of a funny bounce.
Played in again where Greenberg can get a hold of it. So look at head coach Armando Oster in his first season with the Cardinals.
And I know his players have bought into what he's bringing here to his systems to this program. Of course, head coach Barry Aerosmith, who's been with Blaine for quite a long time.
Well, and Coach Oster also works with Blaine soccer, youth soccer, so
very familiar.
Knows a lot of the players, knows the coaching staff, and they also know him. So an interesting dynamic. It's going to give the Cardinals a free kick from a great spot as a bit of a hip check there from Tegan Snyder. Took out the Cardinal forward.
Let's see it again here. Yeah, down to the turf. You had to look at Barry walk this way, Aerosmith. Had to get that in. There he is. Nice guy.
Elmir Begic will line up to take the free kick. Just about 25 yards away from the net, straight out. Bengals will put a four-man line there. He'll go direct off the crossbar. Ball still loose, but it trickles in where Greenberg can get a hold of it again, and the Bengals dodge a bullet.
Yeah, great opportunity for Coon Rapids as that ball came hard off that crossbar. Unfortunately, the Cardinals couldn't get the rebound to make anything happen, but good opportunity for Coon Rapids here early on.
Tweedy punts this one away. There's another look at it.
About as close as you can get from not going in.
Final throwing.
Fortunate, as you mentioned, for the Bengals that the rebound did not go somewhere where a guy in a white jersey could take advantage. Bengals with it deep in the Cardinal end. They reverse, but broken up with a header, still bouncing around in a dangerous spot. That shot just missing wide, out of play. Goal kick, Cardinals.
Yeah, another good opportunity for the Bengals there. It's just pushing it wide.
There's Noah Troutman on the shot, and again, it's the failure to clear right here was the same situation that led to their goal.
He had a couple of opportunities to clear that they couldn't do it. So, but you're right though. They had fortunate that Bengals didn't capitalize on that opportunity as well.
Begic ahead to Lafaka. Left side for Dinsmore. Excuse me, that's Negrete over there. Could not get it back across. Lost out of bounds. Bengal throw it. In the middle is Katambe. Cardinals able to turn it around, at least to the opposite side of the midfield stripe.
Final throwing.
This is more of this last couple of minutes, more what you expect in the start of a soccer contest between two rivals. A little feeling out period and a little more back and forth. And certainly, I think, a little bit of an anomaly in the way that goal was scored. This one's through pass broken up by Haida. Cardinals trying to create through midfield, but broken up by the Bengals, and they get it turned right back around near side.
Well, especially that way that goal happened, Joe. Typically fluky a little bit the way it bounced off of Tweedy.
Cardinals trying to play it back behind the defense. Lafaka and Negrete both giving chase, but Greenberg slides out in front of them.
Cardinal throwing.
Again, we see the Bengals being really conservative on defense. They're keeping three along the back line at all times. Even when the Cardinals only leave one attacker deep, they're going to keep the numbers back there, especially early on and especially with that early lead.
Well, yeah, and again, they're just just maybe being a bit conservative defensively in terms of leaving that extra player behind. But with that 1-0 lead, they want to try and protect it as much possible and continue to offensively try and put some pressure in on Coon Rapids' net.
Cardinal throwing.
Well, the Cardinals, no reason to panic at all this early on. Only 10 minutes in, not even. But they would like to see a little bit more clean possession, I think, early on. String a couple passes together, create some possession time, and build an attack. And the Bengals just going to go wholesale. They just moved 6 or 7 guys in off the sideline.
And when you have a little deeper bench.
Line change.
Yeah, exactly. When you have a little deeper bench, you have the opportunity to do that. You can see the numbers on the Blaine side. Pretty deep bench. Cardinals with.
They go with the Navy line and the Periwinkle line. Powder blue line.
Also in for the Bengals, number 36, Ryan Radell.
Dylan Moore losing it out of bounds on the near sideline.
Just when you know a few names, Joe Yen, then they throw a curveball to you.
I hadn't figured anything out. Oh, that's all right. I won't figure anything out.
Well, now you won't.
Not after 20-some years. Still haven't figured it out.
That's the key to your success.
Great move by Almir Begic. Talk about him. He's got great footwork and just explosive speed to just burst between defenders like that and create an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, his footwork is excellent, and he does. He's such a good soccer player. I almost said hockey, didn't I? Yeah.
Starting to feel that way.
I'm catching it from you, Jan.
Starting to feel that way.
The weather's changing.
Yeah, preseason.
Preseason
NHL
started tonight.
Preseason is starting.
You're in your glory.
I'll wait till next month when the real games start. Bengals quickly able to push it one end to the other. Haida challenging the man all the way to the corner, and the cross is well out the end line. Looking for a whistle is Dylan Moore saying, I got knocked to the ground.
Yeah.
How is that?
How's that not?
How's that
foul?
okay?
Yep. Trying to plead his case. Let's take another look at it. Just a little friendly nudge. A little love tap.
You didn't get hit. You didn't get smashed.
That's right. He just got pushed a little
He
bit.
didn't crush you. He rubbed you. And rubbing, son, is racing. Name that movie.
I have no clue.
Here we are. 12 minutes into the
And we're
game.
talking about movies.
We're doing Name That Movie.
Cardinal throwing.
Days of Thunder.
Ah. Tom Cruise.
Correct.
Yeah. Hey, movie trivia. For a box of popcorn. Name that movie.
Cardinals trying to reverse field, but a little too much spin on that pass, right back out of bounds. And now the Bengals will lose it right back out of bounds off the foot of Clay Paquin. Simone, the throw-in for Coon Rapids. Headed out by the Bengals, and they'll move upfield. Yeah, and a game with this much running, of course, cardio is key.
It's important.
And endurance is key. But when you have, as you mentioned, the deeper bench, you can sub 6 guys at a time. They sub more in that last line change, did Coach Aerosmith and the Bengals. And the Cardinals brought to the game.
This is true.
Left-footed shot, not a lot on it. Pretty easy save there for Greenberg. But the Cardinals at least getting down there and getting a look at the net.
And, you know, just trying to apply a little bit of pressure as they go.
Richard Lafaca left with a little bit of space will test the keeper. Chipped out at the other end by Dinsmore. Cardinal defense an opportunity to reset. Oh, that was a
smart.
That was a great play.
Cardinal throwing.
Alleviate the pressure, get it off your opponent.
Just reach a foot in there and boot it off your opponent out of play. Unfortunately, the Bengals able to again stop up momentum their side of midfield and keep the Cardinals from getting anything going. This one deflected in on net. And Tweedy will hold on as Begich.
Tie that shoe.
It's important.
Oh, yeah.
It's important. Don't want to blow a tire out there. Troutman running through. Continues on to the corner. Haida over to challenge, able to take it away for the Cardinals, get it turned around.
Nice job by Haida just staying with him and getting rid of that, getting able to take that ball away.
Long boot. Trying to send it in behind, give Lafaca a chance to challenge. Cleared away by Greenberg near side. And the Bengals right back to the Cardinal side of midfield. Hamlin can't get through the numbers. Begich's pass is broken up. Chip back behind and offside is Dylan Moore.
Offside.
A couple of good defensive plays for Coon Rapids there. Fortunately, this situation, they got the ball loose, but offsides on the Bengals.
Isaac Lerum will handle the free kick. And the Bengals, again, head it right back the other direction. Haida able to stop up that pass, get it ahead for Begich. Begich can't get past the tip of Troutman. Another steal on the pass by Haida. Long boot down the near sideline. And again, Lafaca just into challenge, use his speed. And he gets the defender, Kieran, to trip up. Kieran somehow able to get back to his feet and maintain control. That one just turned right back out of bounds by Simone.
Lafaca doing a really nice job of troubling him.
He's got speed.
He does have speed.
And he's a bigger kid, so his presence is, you're gonna feel it.
Number 9.
He's not afraid.
Yeah, you know when he's there.
He's not afraid to get right up on top of you.
Number 11, Tyler Goodking. Number 21, Dawson Penner. And number 23.
But fortunate for the Bengals, Kieran able to handle the pressure and get the clear.
Bengals able to, got a few more players and made a little bit more, another line change here. Got a few more guys in.
Yeah, and again, Cardinals, it looks like just four bench players.
Yep.
So the drawback is it doesn't give you a lot of options. The benefit is you play like that all season long, boy, are you going to be ready to go and in shape
Yes, you
come
will.
playoff time. Always try and be that glass half full guy.
That's why everybody loves you, Joe.
Oh, I'm not going to go that far.
That's why I love you, Joe.
Well, thank you. Try to keep it positive, Shapiro. Try to keep it positive.
Right there.
Corner kick coming up for the Cardinals. It will be handled by Dimitri Tkach. Go right in the middle, headed toward the net. It'll go just wide, out of play, and a corner or a goal kick coming up for the Blaine Bengals.
A good opportunity is Tkach able to get that ball high and get an opportunity to see if he can get one of his teammates a hit or miss there. Jackson agreed there too. Couldn't direct it in.
Good touch passing for the Bengals, trying to set something up. Broken up again by Jared Ida. Played back to Keita. Trying to wiggle his way through his penner. Cardinals doing a nice job of limiting how deep the Bengals are able to penetrate on offense.
Cardinal throwing.
Really limiting their looks. Unofficially, just 2 shots attempted, 1 on goal.
Of course.
And the 1 on goal, of course, was off the weird bounce that ended up in the back of the net. Keatombly. There's a shot, big save, and the Cardinals forced to clear it out the end line, and a corner kick coming up. See, as soon as I say that, they get a good opportunity.
Pressure comes. See it there again.
It's a good little give and go,
Yep.
and then a great left-handed chance for Ryan Gabler. Tegan Snyder will set up on the near corner, just over midway through this first half. Blaine, that goal just over a minute into the game. This one right into the middle, bounces. Cardinals clear it high, but not far. Haida gets it a little further away. Handled by Troutman. Back to the middle, and that's broken up there by Mensa. Andreas Pearson plays it back for Snyder. Long down the far sideline. Cardinal defender overran it a little bit. Centering pass broken up again by Haida. Got back to Almir Begic. Able to tip past one a little too far. Stopped up there by Pearson. Felipe Fanning has a little bit of room. Back near side for Pearson. Now along the sideline for Gukin. Gukin can't center, now gets another chance, and that one is booted high up and out of play by Brandon Dinsmore.
Yeah, Dinsmore just making sure he cleared that out. Forcing the throw-in for the Bengals.
Haida again with the clear. A couple of players getting a little tangled up, and the Cardinal player Richard LaFaca going down. Ryan Gabler called for the foul. Begic coming back. We'll send it to Haida. Dinsmore on the far side. Mishandled it a little bit. Gives a room for Micek Kimtoibli. And the Bengals get the possession back, regain control. And, you know, much like we talked about and saw with the girls team, pretty good at keeping their spacing,
Yep.
moving it, finding the open man, building the attack, and just maintaining possession, making it difficult for the Cardinals to get anything going because they don't have the ball.
And, you know, give credit a little bit to the Cardinal defense, doing a good, nice job of trying to keep that wide a little bit and limit any kind of opportunities for the Bengals.
Well, and they have, and as I mentioned before, they've done a nice job of keeping them from getting much deeper than the bottom, 30 yards.
Right.
You know, keeping that ball a little bit further away. There was the penalty. You saw a little bit of a hip check going the opposite way, this time against the Cardinals. Header attempt missed. Out of bounds, out the end line, goal kick, Coon Rapids.
Well, the Cardinals have to continue doing, playing well on defense. But you're right; they have to do something to generate some offense if they can as well.
Bengals get it turned around, but right back out of bounds. Another Coon Rapids throw in. Well, through the entire girls game, I didn't notice that they had shots on goal and corner kick.
Oh, did you?
Stats on their scoreboard. I like it.
With about 15 minutes left in the first half of the boys of the second game, you got there.
And they're not completely right because each team has had a corner kick. I agree with their shots on goal though, 2-1 in favor of Coon Rapids, or in favor of Blaine. Cardinals attempted a few more shots, but each team has definitely had a corner kick opportunity. It was a nice move. Just the end line was, if it were just a little bit deeper, it would have been a great move.
Yep.
Yeah, if they got that on the scoreboard, what do you need me for?
Right?
Turn on your favorite music.
Oh, we always tell them that, no matter what the sport.
Well, we haven't tonight. So
well, you're right. We haven't. Yeah.
We should check in. Recently, as we were talking during the girls' game, I had been approached at a fundraiser for the girls' basketball team last weekend by a girls' soccer mom. And discussed the game, and she said very nice things about our coverage, and I of course made that point. It's so much better if you just turn down the sound.
Well, it's always
a shot just barely misses wide.
Always nice to hear good things about what we do. The fact that parents turn the sound down.
Boy, it was impressive how quickly Ryan Gabler got that shot off. He didn't have a lot of room, and he wasn't in a spot where you would say is necessarily prime scoring territory.
Right.
Because he had so much traffic in front of him, but he nearly snuck it in. I think the shot took the keeper by surprise a little bit as well. But fortunately for the Cardinals and unfortunately for the home team, that one just a couple of feet wide. Blaine coming with some pressure. Stopped up, slowed down, turned around by Mensa. Here comes Lafaka again, pressuring that back line of Blaine's defense, forcing them to send it out of play. Get Coon Rapids a throw in deep in the Bengal end. Short throw in for Begich, trying to turn the corner, get between a couple of defenders. Not a lot on that shot. Pretty easy save for Greenberg.
Yeah, well, to make a little bit of space for himself and turn and shoot, but you're right, he didn't get all of it that he wanted. And kind of topped it a little bit.
Yeah, you can see the way he reacted as soon as he struck it. That's not what I wanted to do. Does a great job of getting himself the opportunity and the position, the space he needed, and just didn't get the clean strike he wanted. Cardinals again stopping the Bengals up just on their side of midfield. Mensa trying to push it to the corner for Negrete, but Negrete was cutting back in.
Put your head up after the touch and see if we can connect the pass now, okay?
Coach Oster trying to get his squad to connect on some passing.
Well, I think it's pretty easy to see that the Blaine passing has been much better.
Yes.
And they have been able to string a lot more passes together, control, have some good possessions. It's a good cross-court pass right there to reverse field and create some space.
Well, spacing's the important thing. Obviously, you give yourself some opportunities by the better spacing that you have.
Good job by Dinsmore battling away, getting that away from Dylan Moore. Bengals send it back in deep, and that'll be offside.
Again, that not directed where I believe where he wanted it to. Good job by the Cardinals coming over, making sure that they were able to get possession of the ball.
Dinsmore settled, was hoping for some more support. Then we'll just flick it out of play and let his support settle back in as we await the throw it. Noah Troutman back on the field for Blaine as we tick under 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. Bengals still holding that 1-0 lead on the goal by Kaitamble in the first minute. Well, minute and 2 seconds. This one bouncing in dangerous spot, and a great sliding save by Mensah to get it out of bounds.
Looking for a handball here, but you're right. The sliding save by Mensah, I think it may have. The officials aren't going to call anything.
Shot blocked, second chance goal. Bengals up by 2.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get that block and then the second chance. That's what led to the first goal, now leading to the second goal. As they make the Cardinals pay again here.
Dominic Hanlon cashing in on the free ball.
See it there.
Initial shot off the back of a defender, and then Hanlon just a little chip shot.
That's Hanlon's second goal of the season.
Dominic Hanlon. Time of the goal, 30 minutes.
That gives the Bengals a little bit of cushion here with less than 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Well, Cardinals were a bit of a hole.
And certainly plenty of game left.
Oh, yeah.
No need to panic, but certainly a sense of urgency here for Coon Rapids here in the last 8.5 minutes to try and at least cut the lead in half before heading to the locker room.
Yeah, that would be really important if they can try and generate some sort of offense here. And you're right, and at least get one tally before the break.
It's Parents' Night, and at halftime we will be recognizing those parents.
It's Parents' Night here at Bengal Stadium.
Are in attendance tonight.
My parents.
Is that any parent? You're a parent.
I am a parent.
I'm a parent.
You're a parent.
Apparently.
Apparently, it's not.
But it's not. They're not celebrating us.
I think they're celebrating the parents of the soccer players.
I think
oddly enough.
You're probably right.
Here's a little urgency being shown by Richard Lafaca, but Bengals able to get back with him and get it out of play. And at least now the throw in deep in the Bengal end.
Well, there's an opportunity here for Coon Rapids to see what they can do offensively now that they're down in this part of the field. But again, you have to try and make something happen. And Bengals do a good job of keeping it wide and getting the ball back.
Dinsmore clearing it to the near side. Bengals stop it up. Finally got it turned around. Pass in the middle is broken up again by Mensa. Tkach trying to push it forward. Turned around in front of Jazim. Tkach slide tackle kind of broke up that pass, but the clear again stopped up by the Bengals. This time Troutman near midfield. Playing it back into the corner, creating a foot race. Liram will get there first. And that is unfortunately touched by Liram last before going out the end. Line and a corner kick coming up for the Bengals here. And they will, again,
Make some changes.
that was a great shot on the sidelines. At midfield, there were 7 blue jerseys waiting to come in all at once. And in white, just number 7. Not 7 players.
No,
just,
I get it.
Just the number 7.
The number 7. Not as good as the number 9.
Moses Madimba onto the field. Oh, I like 7.
I do like 7 too. I was just going with our bit.
I know. Number 9.
Number 9.
Back post. Cardinals again not getting it cleared well. Bengals go back to the near post. Header is going to go wide, not
Wow.
a play.
Another good opportunity for the Bengals.
Yeah, the clears have to be, you want to talk about sense of urgency and somewhat desperation. They need to play with some more of that around their own net when the ball is free. They need to clear better.
Well, Cards were fortunate in that situation that they didn't get another goal scored on them.
Another goal for the Bengals here in the last 5 minutes of this first half would nearly be a backbreaker.
Yeah.
You go into the locker room down 2, it's still a game. I can't believe they didn't call that a handball.
I know.
But we've heard several calls for handball that referees just let them play. But yeah, you go in down 2, it's still a game. You go down 3, and now all of a sudden, one team's in a position where they can just sit back, play defense, and try and hold off. And the other team has to really push and be overly aggressive.
Right, because you're up 2-0, then you still have to be concerned about your play, because if your opponent just scores the 1, all of a sudden now it's a 1-goal game. But you're up 3-0, you're right. You can do a lot more. Relax. I'm not going to say relax, but you don't have to play with the urgency.
I don't know where it started. You know, they always say a two-goal lead, it's the worst lead in hockey. I disagree. I would much rather have a 2-goal lead than a 1-goal lead.
Well, yes, that would be true.
This shot well off the mark out of play and a goal kick coming up. But they say a 2-goal lead is the toughest lead to defend in hockey because you're not your adrenaline level drops a little bit.
Yep.
So I don't know if the same can be said for soccer, but it's an old adage. I don't know where it came from. I somewhat understand, what their reasoning is. Don't agree at all. I would always rather have a 2-goal lead, and I'm sure that Coach Aerosmith and the Bengals pretty happy to have a 2-goal lead right now rather than a 1-goal lead.
I don't know how anybody think a 1-goal lead would be better than a 2-goal lead.
Easier to defend because your adrenaline levels run higher. But we've seen no sign of relaxing.
Nope.
On the part of the guys in blue, as if anything, since that goal 6 minutes ago, they've perhaps even increased their intensity. Cardinals need one of those bounces, get the Bengals all trapped up, bottled up in their own end. Good crossover move right there from Gabler. Sends it in behind the defense, but too far. Tweedy comes out, scoops it up, boots it away.
Cardinal throw-in.
Tkach trying to play it over the defense, headed away there by Pearson. Bengals fire it all the way to the other end.
Oh,
That go off of Haida.
yeah, right off his head.
Got to keep it away from the net. That's his job.
Yep. Well, it doesn't matter how you do it.
Troutman tracked by Medimba. Poked away by Begich. Back to Medimba. He can't get around the defense of Pearson. Haida comes up with the stop. He and Troutman collide. Katamble from a long way out, go well wide. Be a goal kick for the Cardinals.
Eagle corner kick.
Oh, watch this one come right off Haida's head.
Oh, shoulder.
It was a shoulder.
Mikey got the head out of the way. Oh, they're going to say the Cardinals got a piece of that.
Yep.
So a corner kick as we tick down towards the final minute of play in the first half.
1 minute.
Go to the back post. Dinsmore with a header on it. Simone clears it to the far side. They get it in quick. Cardinals able to get it cleared. Negrete overran a little bit to Koch. To the center of the field. Stopped up there by Pearson. Moves it near side to Gukeen. Back into the middle. Trapped, shot, wide. This time it'll be a Cardinal goal kick.
Yes, it will. And again, good job getting an opportunity for yourselves, but just the kick a little bit wide left.
Down to the final 10 seconds. And it looks like the Bengals will go to halftime up by 2. A goal early by Micek Katimbe. And then the rebound goal by Dominic Hamlin with just over 9 minutes left. Has them a little bit of cushion. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more from the Bengals Stadium after this. You're watching live Boys High School Soccer on CTN. Back at the Bengals Sports Complex, Blaine jumping to the lead right away, just 62 seconds in. Weird bounce benefits the home squad. Micek Katimble pops it home, gives Blaine the lead. Coon Rapids, some good chances in that first half. Got down, put some pressure on, but not the consistent type of pressure that the Bengals put on at the Coon Rapids end, and that turned out to be the key. It's those weird bounces and the Coon Rapids failures to clear that cost them that shot off of a defender's back and then put to the back of the net by Dominic Hamlin. That goal came with just over 9 minutes remaining, gives Blaine the 2-0 lead to start the second.
Well, granted, the boys aren't deficit like the girls were in that first half, but similar to the girls, they need to do a better job of generating more offense And we talked about it before the end of the half. Fortunately, they didn't give up that third goal. They would have liked to have gotten a goal to cut it to 1, but as Joe Yen says, the toughest lead to play with is 2-0.
Well, I said that's an adage in hockey. I don't know if it applies to soccer.
Well, I thought any adage in hockey applied to anything in life.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Well, at least in your world.
Well, we'll experiment here. But the Bengals, I'm sure, happy to have a 2-goal lead, trying to add to it here early in the second half. Laram able to clear and get that out of bounds. And they're going to call the foul on the push. Yeah, it's a great opportunity for Dylan Moore.
Kind of let the defense come back to him.
I think he was looking to
Pass?
cross instead of shoot, but
well, then he figures he's in a situation where he better shoot.
Bengals just bringing the pressure to start the second half. You see it, 5 attackers in deep. A 6th along the back post. That shot well high of the net. Out of play. Goal kick coming up, Coon Rapids.
Well, now for sure in this situation, Cardinals cannot afford to give up a goal here as we start this second half.
No, and as you talked about, they need to generate more offense.
They do.
They did have a couple of good looks at the net in the first half, but not enough sustained pressure in it, and not enough, I guarantee, for Coach Oster's taste, not enough continual possession anywhere on the field for his team.
Hey, Ben, you can get up. Fine. Hey, make this count. Let's go.
Out off the head of a Bengal and a Cardinal corner kick.
Right now, boys. Go.
Well, this is a good opportunity here if they can initiate a good corner here.
They have scored on several corners already this season. Dmitry Tikash, their corner specialist. Headed away by a Bengal defender. On the back post is Jazim, trying to get some support, but surrounded by blue jerseys. And the Bengals able to get it back out near midfield. Jazim settles. Turned around by Simone. Negrete leaves it back for Begic to Koch. And then the one-touch pass by Mensa, but doesn't quite connect. A shot with a good, solid strike, but wide of the mark. Goal kick coming up for the Bengals. Koch saw that one on a tee. Teed off on it. Unfortunately, pushed it wide left. He's not alone.
There's someone out there.
Negrete took that shot point blank, but fortunately able to bounce back up pretty quick. Coach Oster and I got him right under the rib cage. It can knock the wind out of you.
Absolutely can.
So both the ref and Coach Oster just double check and make sure he's got his breath before they start again, which is nice to see. It'll be out the end line, and we're going to have a corner kick the other way now.
Corner kick.
As defensive here, as the defense for Coon Rapids, this is where you have the opportunity. You cannot afford to give up that third goal on a corner.
And they just go quick and now try and set it up. Header right on. Save made by Tweedy, but again, the
rebound.
Those balls that just bounce around there, and the Cardinals not able to clear very dangerous.
Cardinal goal kick.
Tried to catch Cardinals sleeping without a setup. Great header.
It was excellent.
Right there
Had
by
a lot on it.
Ryan Gabler. And then I don't know how they determined that was a goal kick and not a corner, but Cardinals will definitely take it
Yes, they
after
will.
after a good look at the net on the header by Gabler. Begich trying to get through some traffic, bumped off it. Bengals able to get it back to the Coon Rapids side of midfield. And Blaine again stopping it up, getting it back into Cardinal end. Hamlin trying to
Yellow card for you.
heel kick it back. Cardinals able to get it back near midfield. Tkach, a little bit of space, chips it up and over, trying to send it to the corner for Negret. Negret wipes out as he tries to turn the corner. Header by Mensa in midfield.
Oh,
Oof, that was a tough collision as Tegan Snyder hit in the air by Almir Begich, and Begich will get the yellow card.
it went up, hit him with his shoulder. Certainly wasn't purposeful.
Angle kick. For the Cardinals.
Going up strong for the ball, and I think the referee is just saying he got there late.
Yeah.
Begich, competitor, trying to go after the ball. Certainly not happy to be down 2.
And on the bench.
And he will check in as soon as there is the opportunity. Tim Karen to handle the free kick. Cardinals pressure, get the steal, trying to take advantage of the Bengals not having the numbers back right away, but Blaine able to come back, get the ball back in their possession, get it to the other end. Heido will clear it away
Angle throw in.
He
in front
had
of Dylan Moore.
he had to clear that one.
Bengals again setting up deep at the Cardinal end, across, turned away by Haida again. Negret can't get the header on it. Settled there by Snyder. Broken up by Liram. And now sent out by Snyder.
Cardinal throw in.
Be another throw in for the Cards.
And for the Cardinals.
To see if they can get on the scoreboard down by 2. 2 goals in the first half by the Bengals.
This one deflected right back to Begich. Begich trying to find a little bit of room. Cuts it back to Mensa. Long shot, well wide. Goal kick, Blaine.
Angle goal kick.
There's obviously plenty of time left in this game, but the Bengals are in a hurry to get rid of it. The 2-goal lead.
Cardinals with the numbers. Tkach down the right side, chips it up over the net and out of play.
Angle goal kick.
Tried to get enough under it to put it up over the goaltender, but too much. No threat there.
And the Bengals just fine with, a slower tempo.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, take time off the clock. They got a little bit of a cushion.
And just that quick, they're able to push it to the other end, try and create something. This one ends up out the end line, though, off a Cardinal foot, and it'll be another corner kick for the Bengals, their 5th of the night.
For the Bengals, number 25, Joe Eichley.
The Bengals are going to set up what they need to do here. Again, just go through the motions as the time approaches. Just about 30 minutes left in this.
They're going to charge 6 into the box, make it 7. Cardinals able to clear it this time. Gret leaves it for Begich. Begich will find himself a little room. Chip it back to Dinsmore. High ball into Blaine territory. Will take a bounce and then be turned around by Karen.
Same hit right there, ref. Same hit.
Begich.
Okay.
Catch from a long ways out. Easy play for Greenberg. Little more than 10 minutes into this second half. And the Cardinals do need to start feeling the urgency.
They do.
But the Bengals attacking with numbers. They're being aggressive even though they have that 2-point lead. Only 2 guys back playing on the last line of defense.
Well, I heard somebody run down to the Blaine bench. Said Young says it's not playing with a 2-goal lead isn't what you want. You got to get that 3rd goal just to be comfortable.
That one a little bit tough for.
Still tough for Tweedy.
Tweedy to handle, but he's able to scramble over and get on top of it.
There you saw the Tweedy has to hustle after that ball, and then almost lost the handle on it again. Nice slide.
Well, and again, look at how many guys they've got. They've got 7 down deep in the offensive end.
For the Bengals,
Sneaking an 8th in.
Number 6, Richard Pollock.
And here comes half a dozen new players.
Line shift.
14, Trenton Nelson.
Periwinkle line back up.
The periwinkle line. I like that.
It's my favorite shade of blue.
I like that. I actually have a periwinkle blue polo shirt. I'll wear it sometime for you.
The Bengal blue is close to periwinkle.
Yeah.
It's actually Columbia blue.
That's Bullwinkle's younger brother, Periwinkle.
Kids, Google
A Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle. I have no idea what you're talking about. Uh-oh, big danger. Cardinals get a big clear there from Jared Haida. Bengals continue to attack. That shot blocked by Dinsmore. Can't clear, though. Huge slide tackle by Begich. And he's going to get called for the foul. And it is going to be in a crucial spot.
Not the place you want it.
Final kick.
Here comes the slide tackle. Coming up.
Well, that's the loss. You can't have that loss or that one. And then the failure to clear, and yeah, it's tough to argue.
Yeah, you can't argue.
You can.
You're just not going to win it.
No, you never win the argument with the guys in blue or yellow or stripes. Play to the near side, cross out front, still bouncing, still loose. Bengals able to play it back. A shot in, deflected around some more. Again, Cardinals trouble clearing. Will it cost them? No, it won't, because the shot finally up and out of play.
Wow.
That just took way too long.
Yeah, Cardinals were fortunate in this situation. Great play
Well,
there.
that one right there, Dinsmore should let that go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Unless it's a bad angle, he may have been protecting the net still.
Come on, Ralph.
Cardinal kick.
Ask for your space.
Lafaka knocked down. Penalty called against the Bengals. Cardinals trying to create that pressure. But again, see, when they went with that free kick, only 3 white jerseys down there.
Yeah, they need the numbers.
Bengals bring 7, create that traffic. And really, it didn't pay off this time. But, the danger is there. The Cardinals need to start feeling that urgency and put a few more bodies in. And when you have an opportunity to really attack their net, keep them in there, bottle them up. And certainly, great soccer minds will agree with Yund because
he's a great soccer mind.
Yeah.
Just ask him.
I'm not. I wouldn't even. It's hard for me to even say that with a straight face. That's all right. My face is cockeyed most of the time.
Yeah.
It's horribly off center.
But that's part of your charm.
You're correct. Goal kick coming up for the Cardinals. But yeah, I'm not a great soccer strategist.
You mean you don't sit at home drawing up plays? And
No.
Figuring out things that how to improve.
Nice little move by Tkach. Find a little bit of space. Tried to get it ahead to Lafaka, but they didn't connect. Here's Begich challenging, continuing to challenge, coming away with the ball, finding a way out of 3 defenders. Back to Tkach. Got away from him, and then turned around by Troutman for the Bengals. His pass stopped up by Liram. Yeah, I should just go back to focusing on the game. And
why?
Actually,
it's so much more entertaining for the viewer when you don't.
Uh-oh. Slide attack doesn't work for Simone. Bengals trying to get in with numbers. Broken up. Shot from a long ways out. Knocked down by Tweedy, but right over into the corner. Cross out front. Cardinals get there first. Can they clear again? 6 guys in the box for the Bengals on the attack. Cardinals forced to foul, and another very dangerous spot here for a free kick for the Bengals.
They were fortunate the last time. They hope to be just as fortunate here, down 2-0 with the clock approaching halfway mark.
Well, they tried
this half
on their last one near the same spot. Well, they tried to be sneaky, play it off to the right side, and then play the cross in. They'll run some misdirection. A direct off the post. Turning shot deflected out the end line, and this is going to be a corner kick for the Bengals.
Look at the formation. This is a heck of a shot. Just a little bit too long, too far to the right, but
I think Tweedy had that. It's actually might be better for the Bengals that it hit the post. Because if it's a foot and a half to the left, I think the goaltender swallows it up and is able to clear it. Instead, it ends in a corner kick, and now the pressure continues. And look at this. Bengals up by 2. They've got 4 guys.
They want that third goal.
They got 4 guys inside the 18, a couple more just outside it. They've got 8 guys down within 20 yards of the net. And yet when the Cardinals had their free kick in Bengal territory, down by 2, they only sent 3 into the box. That one booted out the end line. A goal kick coming up for Coon Rapids. It'll be the 13th of the night. Just another little statistical
Little nugget,
thing that talks about how often it's been in their end.
which it really has.
Still plenty of time in this game, though. But they do need to start playing a little more in the other end.
Well, it's only what they're going to score.
Cross booted away by Haida. End up out the sideline, so a throw in. Jared Haida's had a nice game on the back end.
Yes, he has. And, you know, they've needed guys to have good nights on the back end.
This one deflected wide, and it'll be a goal kick coming up.
Goal kick.
They will need to get something going, and you got to start with one. Down two, you got to start with one.
Yes, you do. You got to get that one.
But in order to get that one, you got to possess the ball, and you got to possess the ball at the other end of the field.
Right, which they haven't been doing a lot of.
No, Blaine's done a great job in this second half of possessing and just being incredibly aggressive. Ooh, another corner kick coming up. Now they're making it real difficult for the Cardinals to try and get out of their own end.
For the Bengals, number 2, Dylan Moore. Number 7, Dominic Hanlon. Number 9, Felipe Fanny. Number 10, Pablo Alfini. Number 21, Dawson Penner. Number 23, Ryan Gabler. And number 36,
I'll see what yet another corner kick for Blaine will, if they can accomplish here.
For the Cardinals, number 6, Spencer Clare. Number 17, Angel Baltazar.
Go to the back end. It goes off the Cardinals and out. So they'll get another try from the other side. They go short post this time. Unable to clear is Simone. Now the Cardinals able to get some distance. Turn right back into their end. Haida.
Thank you. Finally.
They're going to call the bumping for Dylan Moore.
Some of the Blaine faithful feel that their team haven't been getting that call when they should have.
Coon Rapids faithful, you mean?
I'm sorry, Coon Rapids faithful.
Well, and that's, you know, we talk about officials, and I try to be as fair as I can with them, especially in soccer, because I don't know the rules.
Well, officials in general.
But officials in general, you gotta hand them to it, because I wouldn't do that job.
Nope.
And no matter what calls you make or don't make, 80% of your audience is going to disagree.
Correct.
So, and every call you make, half of the place will agree with you and half will disagree. So, it's it's a tough job. I wouldn't do it. I think most of the people who sit in the stands and complain about them wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right in that regard.
Yeah, that one was a pretty easy call.
Yes, it was.
Moore was mugged a little bit. And again, this is going to be a free kick from a dangerous spot. Yeah. What?
It wasn't me.
I didn't do it. kick will be handled by Kieran. Right to the center of the net. It goes through everybody out the end line. And a goal kick coming up for the Cardinals.
Cardinal goal kick.
16 minutes remaining in the second half. The Cardinals haven't been to the Blaine end in quite a while.
They haven't. Yeah, Blaine's just they've done a nice job of controlling it. Pretty much all match down in their end.
Cardinal throwing.
Lafaka to Begic. Begic will get the corner. In deep, shot wide. Goal kick. No, corner kick. They're going to say he got a piece of it before it went out the end line. It'll be a corner kick.
Yeah, I did get a piece of it. Begic just saying, yeah, touched it. Touched it. It's a corner kick.
Cardinals go to the back post. It goes over everybody.
Bengal throwing.
Unfortunately, they don't get it to pay off. Bengals get it back near midfield, and then Begic blocks the pass. Passes it to himself off the umpire. And then tries to send it in deep for clear, but a little too deep. Cleared away by Greenberg. Dinsmore able to step up, get the stop. Clear. Trying to clear, but can't. Learham will send it down the sideline, out of bounds, right in front of the Cardinal bench.
Yeah, now it's getting down to the point where the Cardinals have to have a goal here shortly if they want to get back into this, because you're approaching the 13-minute mark remaining in this game. But they haven't been able to figure out a way to keep the ball down in the Bengal end.
Big stop there again by Jared Haida. Gets Cardinals a little bit of breathing room, but Blaine right back on the attack. Again, just starting to squeeze on that offense with 8 guys coming down to pressure. Now they'll bring it back near midfield. Reverse to the near side. And then again, start to bring those midfielders in deep. And they're going to earn themselves another corner. 9th.
Oh, what a great opportunity there. Couldn't convert the header.
Just barely wide. Dominic Hanlon looking for his second of the game.
Yeah, and a great placement here.
And number 19, Jackson Negrete.
Just can't believe from the back post went back exactly where he wanted. It's 24 feet wide.
Yeah.
Bengal throwing.
Just couldn't redirect it.
Bengal throwing.
Good play there by Tkach. Play it out off the Bengal defender. Or as this Jazim, excuse me.
Well, the Cardinals got to play with a little bit of urgency here. You know,
I said that 6 minutes ago.
I'm saying that now with 11:30 left, they've
Even
haven't been
more
able to,
urgency.
even more so. Right.
Well, they did get the good run down the left wing by Begic, a good opportunity.
Yep.
But then failed to convert on the corner. But more importantly, after the corner, unable to keep the Bengals bottled up. And that has been key to both Bengal goals and to most of their control here in the second half is getting the Cardinals stuck in their own end and taking advantage when the Cardinals have trouble clearing. Here in the second half, I mean, their strategy is simple. Bring a lot of bodies, keep them stuck deep in their own end,
Yep.
and you know, with a 2-goal lead, we could have come out and just played defensively and tried to hold on for the win. Best way to do that is to play with it in the other guy's half. And if we can do that, it makes it real hard for him to score from 120 yards away.
And we are under 10 minutes.
The Bengals attacking again.
Bengal corner kick.
It's a good foot by Jared Haida to tip it away after Dawson Penner had gotten the corner. And now the Bengals fans not liking that there wasn't a call there, but I think that one was clean. I mean, he clearly got the ball.
Yeah, it was whoa, what's going on? It's not instant replay.
Whoa. So they're going to give him a wow.
Instant replay, right?
Wow. They're going to give him a penalty kick.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like an hour later.
Yeah. Like, oh, wait, we should have called that.
Taking the penalty kick for the Bengals, number 21, Dawson Penner.
Penner on the PK will score and make it a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, so that infraction led to the penalty kick, and the penalty kick led to the goal.
All right, here we go. Boys, leave it alone. Just keep playing all the minutes.
That'll be his 3rd goal of the season. Not much Tweedy could do on that.
I'm confused on how it was called a corner and a clean play. I thought he definitely got the ball. The ball was gone before the player was tripped up. I don't know the rules of soccer. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. That is all ball.
He got all ball.
And then, yeah, they got tangled up, but he got ball first.
Ball was first. Yeah.
And it's definitely in an area where if you call it a trip, it's a foul.
Correct.
I heard a lot of shouts from the stands that it was a foul, and then all of a sudden, instead of a corner, they were setting up for a PK. So I don't know. Again, that's far from being a soccer expert. And again, I will say I'm not. I don't want the job. I wouldn't take the job.
Nope.
It's not an easy job, but that seems a particularly strange way for the call to be made. It's either a foul right away, or it is not a foul. And now the Coon Rapids fans are calling out. They want.
That was continuation. Not much you could do about that. Everybody's a critic.
You can't touch the goalie.
Can't touch this.
Well, that's going to be a penalty.
Yep.
Bengal kick.
Oh, that's going to be a card, I think, for Liram. Maybe not a card. Maybe just a talking.
Oh, he's in, staying in.
Well, and that's the ref's job. Keep it fair.
Yep.
Keep guys from getting hurt, and certainly, as you get later in games, especially between two rivals, it's intense, it's emotional. Got to keep it clean.
Yes, you do. Every chance you get.
Nice job by Haida to get out from a couple of Bengal attackers. Get it moving back in the right direction. And now the Cardinals, that PK kind of a backbreaker at that point in the game. But at this point, just got to get down, try and put one on the board and keep at the very least, keep from getting shut out.
Dawson, come over and get your guy! Come on, fellas!
Cardinal kick.
Randy, you want this one? No? Mike, wider, bud. On that box, man!
Mensa will take the kick.
Too much.
Right toward the net, just underneath it a little too much, and it's up and out of play.
Here comes some more wholesale changes. For
Yeah,
the
seven
Yeah,
of them this
7,
time, unless Coach Aerosmith added even more.
Because
Because I counted the line, and then he added some more guys off the bench. Hey, why don't you go too? Bobby, Billy, you look far too comfortable on the bench. Why don't you go sweat for a little while?
Tom Lee, and number 22, Noah Troutman.
You're in next, Shapiro. Begich an opportunity, but just fires wide.
I don't think they'd want me in. Dave Immy, on the other hand, he's waving himself in. He's going to just put the camera down and go in it.
He's got us in. He's in better shape.
He is.
He looks like a gamer.
Oh, there he is.
He may even be able to play with.
Hey,
that on
I've
his
seen him at the
shoulder.
Viking games in that same pose a few times.
I've seen him cheer while holding a camera.
I have as well.
I guarantee he was closer than any of us to the Minneapolis Miracle.
Yes, he was. I've seen him check his phone and hold a camera at the same time.
Bengal throwing.
You're about 10 yards further downfield than you should have been, so let's try that again. Seems an odd time to enforce that rule. But hey, refs ready to let some time tick off the clock too, especially with the tempers that have been flaring on both sides. And for the Cardinals, we talked about it, coming off their worst loss of the season to Totino Grace, and they didn't score in that contest. And now here they are 3 minutes away from being blanked for the second straight game. That is something they would desperately like to avoid.
This would be correct.
Another corner kick coming up for the Bengals.
Now, this will be the third time that, unless they score here in the next 2:42, third time on the season that they've been shut out, held scoreless.
But second time in a row, and that's,
and that's not good
the
either.
bigger concern.
Yeah, first game of the year they didn't tally a goal.
Correct. Short side boot, sent wide.
Goal kick.
Goal kick numero 17. I don't know how to say 17 in Spanish. I realized that after I said numero. Siete Diez?
Siete Diaz, I think it is. I think
Is that how you say it? 7 and 10? I did not take Spanish.
I had some Spanish rice once.
It's 17 in French.
That I don't know French.
17.
Unless you're talking about fries
Or toast.
or toast.
That was just the Cardinals' second shot on goal of the second half. So 17 is how you say it in French. And French and Spanish are very similar.
17.
17. I wasn't sure if they said the 7 or the 10 first, but I suppose that makes sense. 17.
See.
Si. We.
We see. We see.
We see you. So down to the final minute
Second half, 1 minute.
of this first half. Or
Okay.
second half. Don't. I was hoping.
No, it's not the first half.
It's not
It is
the
the
first
second half.
I was thinking, first half they give Cardinals more of a shot to come
No,
back.
you just want to continue to stay here.
Yeah, we haven't had nearly enough soccer tonight. 320 minutes, baby.
Yep, it's a lot of
High
soccer.
school soccer. I was doubling it.
But,
It's only 160.
so what are you saying? Seems like 4 games?
I've had that much fun.
Yeah, I
I've
know,
had
right?
320 minutes worth of fun.
8, 7,
160, 320, whatever.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There it is.
So it'll be a shutout for the Bengals. They will improve to 5-4, getting their record up above the 500 mark. The Cardinals, as we talked about just a bit ago, their second straight shutout loss. They dropped to fall 2-7.
Yeah, it's a tough one because they had a few opportunities, but they just couldn't generate any offense. Cardinals will play again on Thursday. They're gonna go to Osseo. In fact, their next 4 games after 3 games after this, but the 4 games are all on the road.
It's a tough stretch in the middle of the season. We've got a lot of fun coming up middle of the season. We got tennis on Thursday, football on Friday at Irondale. The 3-0 Cardinals trying to keep the streak alive when they travel to take on the Knights. Then next Tuesday, some volleyball. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Bengal Stadium. It's Blaine 3, Coon Rapids 0. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro and the man in the truck, Neil Hennon, I'm Joe Young saying goodnight.